Welcome to Vinex Studio. Let's start making games. Hi and welcome to another tutorial on Unity. Today we are going to see how to rotate an object. Now rotation in Unity is actually saved in a data type called as Quaternion. Now Quaternion is basically a vector 3 and a scalar combined together. So the vector 3 is a unit vector and the scalar is the magnitude which defines the rotation in a three-dimensional space. Now, I will not go into the depth of quaternion because that will be purely mathematical. And while defining the rotation, we'll be using Euler angles to define the rotation, and Unity will convert that to quaternion and apply the rotation to our game object. So let's add a cube to our scene, and we'll be rotating this cube. Now let's add a script to the cube, and we'll call it rotate script. Okay, new script, and now as you can see in the inspector, the rotation is basically degrees in the x and y axis. So you can just say 90 degrees in the x axis, 45 in the y, and 45 in the z. So we understand rotation in terms of degrees, which is none other than Euler angles. Now let's go to the script and rotate the cube at 1 degree per frame. So let's open the script in Visual Studio for editing. Now let's create a vector 3. Now this vector 3 will be for Euler angles. So I'm going to call this rot, and it will be a new vector 3, and my x degrees will be 1, y it will be 0 in z and y. So to rotate the object, I'm not going to do it in start, I'm going to do it in update because we're going to rotate 1 degree every frame. So it is going to be transform.rotate, and in the brackets you have to give the Euler angles as a vector 3. So we have created one and it's called rot. So semicolon. Now let's go back to Unity. So now if we play the game, the cube will rotate by 1 degree every frame in the x-axis, along the x-axis. Now this way you can basically give the change in angle. So transform.rotate basically rotates the current rotation by that many degrees. So if you give a Euler angle to the transform.rotate, it will rotate the object by that many degrees. Now there is one more function called transform.rotation that is basically to set the rotation to the exact value you have given. For example, if rather than giving transform.rotate, if I give transform.rotation is equal to, you have to say Quaternion dot Euler, and in the brackets you can give rot. So this will convert the vector 3, which is in Euler angles, to a quaternion and assign that to the rotation. So basically, if we go ahead and play the game, the value of rotation will be set to 100, which is the degree we have provided. So that is the difference between transform.rotate and transform.rotation. Now in both these cases, we have used the Euler angles to actually specify the rotation. If you want to use the quaternion, then you should know what value to give. So if you want to use quaternion, then you have to create a variable quaternion, and let's call it rot, and it will be new quaternion, and let's say 0.2f, 0.3f, minus 0.2f, 0.5. So all the values inside a quaternion should be less than 1 since it's a unit vector. It can be between 1 and -1, but not greater than both. So here you can just say quaternion dot rotation equal to rot. So we are not sure by what degrees this is going to rotate, but let's find out. Let's go to Unity, and if we play the game, so this is the quaternion we had set is basically equal to 49.6, 53.9, and minus 17.1. So unless you know what degree corresponds to what value of quaternion, it is better to use Euler angles, and that way you will know by what degrees you're rotating the game object. So this is how you can rotate a game object in Unity. If you have any other questions, you can leave them in the comment box below. See you in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.